Good morning, you all. I'm Ron Stanchfield, also known as R.J. Stanchfield, Ronan Stanchfield in particular, and Scratch is my nickname. A nickname I got over the years for because I play a lot of music, because I shoot pool, and if you scratch, that's not a good thing. And if you play the races, scratching is when they take a horse out of the race. Okay, so I'm all of the above. All right, that's me. I respond to any of that. But I've been thinking, because I'm getting old, you can see my hair and all, and there's wrinkles, and ooh, it's scary. And it really is scary. I mean, I'm sort of joking about it, and this is a joke in a sense, but it's also a real thing. I mean, this comes from a real thought I had, and I thought of Ozymandias, the poem by Shelley that I read decades and decades ago and loved. And it tells the story of this great man, Ozymandias, not a real person, but it's poetry. And it was a fictitious person. And Shelley made Ozymandias humbled because he made Ozymandias a pyramid in a desert that lasted for hundreds of thousands of years, this great pyramid. But alas, when you see the plaque and there's sand all around the plaque, it says, "Here lies Ozymandias, the great," and it starts to say all sorts of great things about him. And it's basically the height of arrogance, the height of, hubris, where this great ruler lived and, blah, blah, blah. And I thought of that because, of course, me and people my age, we do think about not where we came from, but where we're going. And that's what we do. We got to do it. Oh my God, what's that? You think it'll be like this? Ah, I don't know. I hope we'll see. And we get jammed with this sometimes. I get jammed with it. And so I kind of thought about it recently and I said, well, gee, what happens if I don't quite get the pyramid for me, which is a long time gone? And what if even I don't even get like a small memorial, whatever they're called, tombstones, but the big etched ones when, Harry, James, and blah, blah, blah. No, those are not happening either. Now it's me like, okay, I want to be, you know, I want to be put into fire. I want to be, go to dust right away or ashes right away. But the real thing was, and this is what it's all about, to be honest with you, to be honest with everyone, this is about that moment. There's going to be a moment, just as there's a moment when a baby is born, just a moment. Suddenly you hear the baby, and it takes a few years for him to speak. But there's that moment when suddenly you're of this world. And it's a great moment. We all love children because, in a sense, we're looking at these babies and these children, and they're the promise of the future. And we now are of their future. No, that was said wrong. Time out. We are now, in some cases, 70, 80 years older than that little thing that just started. And we go, oh, I hope it all works out for him or her. And then as we get closer to that day of days, the day we no longer can call free or call anything because it's our final day. When we get to that point, when we get to that final moment, that final thing, and we didn't get anything, we didn't arrange to get into a grave somewhere, or we didn't, we said to our wives, no, just put me in the incinerator. But we will have that moment where we have the last word. And it really is the last word. And it might be loud, or it might be more often thought, just, can't even get the words out. But you're thinking about it. Oh, I can see around here. Oh yeah, I'm still alive. I'm still there. But there's going to be a very last word for everybody. It might even be up here in your mind. And I was thinking what they would be. Okay, you ready? Shit. That's the first one that comes to mind. Okay? One word, shit, it's over, boom, bang. Maybe, maybe not. I also thought of, but maybe that doesn't work. But I want the word that I use, and I don't want it, when you get old, you lose your memory. So I don't want to practice too much with these, what are my final words, my final word, what will it be? I'm not going to practice too much because I know I'll forget it. And that will screw everything up. But I think now I won't forget it. And so I'm thinking, but it's usually a sentence like, I should have, or damn. And then I realized, no, that's not a good idea. It's really not a good idea. The idea should be to be something that's grand. But then you go, why would you do something grand when there's no one around at all? Because the doctors and the nurses, if that's where you are, or if you're in an accident scene, they're not thinking about some great words. Or if you're just sort of homeless and you're under a superhighway and the cars are zipping by and there's another homeless person there and they walk by you, not caring anything about you. That becomes troubling. So I got to get the right word. And I don't know what it is. I'm not coming to you today to tell you I know what the last word is going to be for me or should be for everybody. But I suspect it's going to be something like, help me. And when you think of that, you go, wow. Now, you could have lived your whole life as a Jew, a Catholic, agnostic, not believing in God. Or you could have been born again and prayed every day and every minute of every day. But the reality is that we're all going to have that moment. What did Buddha say? We know that in Christianity, Christ said, I forgot what he said. I don't forget what he said, but it was practiced. Okay, it was practiced. It was thought about. It wasn't just the spontaneous thing. Um, it's quite something, huh? Okay, now I got something morbid I want to talk to you about. No, only joking. Sorry. All right, kids, that's it for me today. I just wanted to breach that concept for you a little while. And we'll see you. Have a good day and enjoy yourself. Bye bye.